Welcome to Preecaaap, UFC Vegas 108, Tatsuo Taira versus Hyung Sung Park. Oh, looks apparently I'm gonna have to at least start this show by myself. I don't know where Dave is. He sent me a thing, said his my hot neighbor's here. Give me 10 more minutes. I don't know what he's doing with her, but should only take all 10 minutes. But anyway, I'll start this anyway. Oh man, this is a interesting card. A lot of chalk I don't like, but as of lately, you guys know, underdogs have been hurting and helping a lot of different people. Mostly hurting, I think. But we will check how everybody did in Tapology. One or what's it 926 last week? BC Dave's Murderers Row, and yeah, let's take a look at that while we're waiting. Oh, all you guys are already in the chat, but let me catch up to this because I want to brag a little. There I am. Anyway, I only got 7 correct last week, but I still managed to get second place, tied for second place. But and I thought for sure I was definitely going to be down here with like the likes of, real fight picks, and I don't want to, and Dave, I don't want to pull up everybody's name, but anyway, we're gonna all do better this week. We have to, and this is a good card to bounce back on if you're bouncing back. I did okay money wise, but here we are. So to start this week, we have to open this card. We've got I got these two. Share this tab instead. We got Pierre Rodriguez taking on Ketlin Souza. So, all right. There's my girl right there, Hollerhead girl. That's what I call her. I don't even know. Anyway, so here comes the girls. Pierre Rodriguez, Ketlin Souza. Pierre Rodriguez is the favorite here at minus 245. She has a record of 10-2. If you didn't know, she is the second girl that came onto stage. Ketlin Souza is the underdog at plus 200. She's got a record of 15-5. Dave, it's so much easier if you're just helping out here, But anyway, we'll take a look at each of these girls, starting with our favorite minus 220 favorite. It's grown actually. It's minus 245 as of right now. Pierre Rodriguez La Fiera is 10-2. She's the favorite, and she's coming off a pretty decent win over Josephine Knutson, if you will, who's actually since been cut. Before that, she had that stupid fight against Ariana Carnelosi where she was dominating. She was winning, but she headbutted her. She was warned, and she didn't care. She headbutted her again and got disqualified, giving Ariana Carnelosi the win there. And that was that shit in my whole parlays because I did have Pierre Rodriguez to win there, so that sucked. Prior to that, she lost to Jillian Robertson by armbar, but anyone can get caught by Jillian Robertson in an armbar. And prior to that, she had her Contender Series fight against Valesca Machado, which is good. Valesca Machado. Then she came into the UFC debut against Kay Hansen, got a unanimous decision against her, and followed that up with another unanimous decision against Sam Hughes, which is probably, I would say, her best win if you look at the short resume. But now she's taking on Ketlin Souza. Ketlin Souza's I can't even say that nickname. Esquantadina. She's 15-5. I believe she's coming off a pretty bad loss, like a split decision loss by Angela Hill. But that, this is a recent Angela Hill who's weathered, worn. I think she should just, call it a day and be retired. But it's Angela Hill nonetheless. So I guess it's a split decision, so it's not horrible. Prior to that, she beat Yasmin Uruguay, Marta McMahon, and that fight against Marta McMahon was not the most impressive. Hey, buddy, thanks for saving Dave's spot. I mean, Jesus, I thought I was going to have to do this whole show by myself.
Yeah, I thought
you okay to help out?
Yeah, I'd love to sit down. I'm not sure for how long, but let's get into it, see how far we get.
All right, well, I'm already into it. So anyway, back to Katlyn Souza. She's, like I said, she's coming off split decision, lost to Angela Hill. Not a horrible thing to have. Before that, she had a rear naked choke over Yasmin Uruguay. Good. And Marta McMahon, unanimous decision. But in that Marta McMahon fight, I think Marta McMahon did get the better of the wrestling there, which is not a good thing. If I remember correctly, I did remember seeing that, watching that fight. She lost to Karine Silva by knee bar. And before that, she was an Invicta, so it really doesn't. Who cares? So debut, she lost to Karine Silva by knee bar. Then she beat Marta McMahon, Yasmin Uruguay, lost to Angela Hill. Now she's going against Pura Rodriguez. Both these girls aren't the best. I suppose I'll have to take the lesser of two bad fighters, or the better of two bad fighters. You know, I'm just going to take the dog. And if I look at the odds, share this tab. As you can see, Katlyn Souza plus 200, but I think I'm going to take her, boom, plus 3.5 points. I do expect this to go to decision, as well as the bookies do as well, because they got over 2.5 rounds at minus 375. So I think both these girls will go to decision. All I need is Katlyn to just win one round. And if she just came out of a split decision with Angela Hill, I think that is definitely doable. So that's where I'm at with this. Real fight picks. What do you got on this fight here? You're on mute.
Sorry about that. It was a tough one for me to read. I went back and forth, you know, and like there's like, you know, both of their records, especially Souza's, was like some of the losses were kind of weird. You know, I can't get a read on her, honestly. So, I mean, for the sake of the show, I'm going to pick Rodriguez just because, like, as an insurance policy, there's the grappling, that nonstop grappling, you know, in the back pocket. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and, you know, fucking Mr. fucking Flaccid Dave, you know, Mr. Stats, if I had the, you know, if I could fall back on him, you know, he's missing. I'd be able to show you that I think Souza has not good takedown defense. So, I mean, right there, I think that's why I think I came to the conclusion that I'm picking Rodriguez. I think that's a fact. I mean, I think she's like at 60%. And, you know, I think Rodriguez is going to eat that up all day long. And even Brady from DFS by the Numbers pointed out that she's $8,700 for, you know, that's how much her salary is. And it's kind of cheap because what if she comes down and she, you know, what if she comes out and takes down Souza a bunch of times? And it's a possibility. So just because that's a possibility and Brady said it, I have to go with Rodriguez. She's the favorite. That's no fucking, I'm not a fucking, you know, hero. You know, I'm not brave for doing it. Well,
I will be a hero real quickly. Boom. Not that hard to look up stats, but so Pura Rodriguez is on the left there. Katlyn Souza stats on the right. Striking. Souza is outlanding her 4.9 to 3.4. Really close. Souza's absorbing 4.4 compared to Pura Rodriguez 2.6. So striking differential goes in favor of, it's pretty even. Yeah, defense is 57%, 51. It's kind of, the striking is kind of a wash, but the volume should go to Souza just a little bit. When it comes to grappling and takedowns, apparently Rodriguez dominates because, thank you, Dave, doing your stupid job, not doing well at it. So, but let me finish since I've already got it up anyway.
You stand on the shoulders of greatness, and then you say, "Oh, it's not that hard."
It's not.
It's that
Let
hard.
me finish. So yeah, this Pura Rodriguez, not that bad. She's at 4 takedowns for every 15 minutes, where Souza comes in with not even one, half a take, 0.4 takedowns. So if you want to go grappling, that's where the edge is, I would say. Takedown accuracy, 51% compared to Souza's 25%. This stat right here just flipped my pick because I was on Ketlin Souza as a dog. I took her, you guys saw on the DraftKings Sportsbook, I took her plus 3.5 points, which I'll keep that. I think she will win a round. But on Tapology, my pick will be Pura Rodriguez by decision. I think she's going to have more control time, according to this stat right there. And, yeah, edge out the fight. So my pick, Souza, or I'm sorry, Pura Rodriguez, just like Real Fight Picks has. But I will bet Souza plus 3.5 points, hoping that she'll make it to a decision and win one round. There we go. Now, when Dave comes back, he can give his pick and we can move on. So, Dave, who you got for these girls? Stop sharing. It's all on you, buddy.
Same. Moving on.
I know. I used his method, so I thank you, Dave.
All right. So we're all on Pura Rodriguez, minus 245. All right. Moving on. Next up the card, we have Felipe Bunes taking on Rafael Estevam. Brazilian on Brazilian fight here. Estevam comes in a huge favorite, minus 625. That's ridiculous. And Felipe Bunes comes back at plus 455. You know, I understand why the line is wide, but I think this is a little ridiculously wide. I was thinking more maybe minus 260, not 625, but we'll break it down nonetheless and take a look into this take a look into this, because to be honest with you guys, I've watched a bunch of cappers this week, and I've seen a couple of them give a good argument why Felipe Bunes should be a nice underdog play here. But man, I don't know. Let's see. Felipe Bunes, Filipino, 14-7. He's coming off a win against Jose Johnson, submitted him with an armbar. Before that, he got knocked out by Josh Van. But that's Josh Van. Isn't he like a top 5 or something? Going to be the next contender, next champ, you know? So you got to give him a pass on that. He beat Yuma Horiguchi in the LFA. That's a good name in the LFA. So not bad. And before that, Huáscar Cruz, and he has a loss to Jussier Formiga, also in the LFA. He's taking on Rafael Estevam, who had his last fight was a win against Jesus Aguilar. That was by unanimous decision. Prior to that, he had his UFC debut where he had a unanimous decision against Charles Johnson. Before that, he was a Contender Series and LFA as well, and Shuto Brazil. LFA, he knocked out a 7-0 fighter. We'll have to take a look at Rafael Estevam a little bit closer. He is undefeated. I want to see the type of competition he has faced. So let's see. We got all right. Jesus Aguilar, Charles Johnson, good. They're decent, good guys. But before that, okay, 17-3, that guy's decent. Felipe Estevez is undefeated. Oh man, I was hoping to see a whole bunch of bum cans, but he stopped beating up cans right around 2017. Then he went against, decent, like a 6-1, 5-0, 9-5, not horrible, not the best, but it's it's a good measuring tape for his skill set, I would say. Yeah, I think he's gonna. I got him winning this, but not at minus 600 or whatever he is. Rafael Estevam will be my pick, and I think he's going to edge out a decision. But yeah, I'm not confident at all with it. I hope some of you guys can shed a little bit of light. Look at he has that jiu-jitsu tattoo on his chest, but I don't think that means shit except for he got a tattoo that says jiu-jitsu. But I think they're definitely both black belts. man, I don't know. What do you guys think on this fight? Real fight picks? Who you got?
Okay. This is kind of like a straight to the point. You know what I mean? I didn't do the deepest dive and see what these guys are eating every day for breakfast. So I just wanted to say that to beat Charles Johnson, that's a great thing. He only had, I think, like 3 strikes landed in that fight, but and then going over to Boons, who got taken down by Joshua Van, and controlled for a minute of that fight by Joshua Van, taken down by Joshua Van. And now you're going to go against a guy who has 11 takedowns in the UFC. So just for the fact really that he has 11 takedowns and has that as a stat for his UFC career, I got to go with how do you say his last name? Estevam. I got to go with Rafael Estevam. He's undefeated. He might be the next best thing if he can learn how to throw a punch. If he can learn how to strike, it could go really far. He's a pretty bright prospect.
Rastiel Estevam Ribovics.
Do we care about the weight cuts?
Play. What's that?
Do we care about the weight cuts?
I did notice he had a
came in at 130, huh?
He had a box of shame there, didn't he?
No, that wasn't it. This is Felipe Bunez, which I don't like the glasses. He's weighing in at 125.
Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood.
130.
And he looks tired, Rafael Estevam. He looks like he had a shift. 5 pounds
over. How is this fight still happening?
Hey, you know what? You know what somebody was saying? Somebody was saying he should be a bantamweight, that he's like a weight bully.
Oh yeah, that was way worse.
And look, he looks like he had a bad cut trying to cut that 5 pounds. He looks more tired than I am in his eyes.
He looks like he tried
by 4 pounds. I don't even think he even tried.
He'll be back.
I agree,
tomorrow.
And for that reason, I'm going to take the dog here.
What?
Fuck him. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Felipe Buens. Fuck him. Fuck Rafael Estevam Ribovics. The Ribovics that's a different fighter, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. 2 big misses, and 4-pound botch. Look at him. Look at it. Look at his face. Fuck him, loser. Felipe Buens at plus 455. I shit you not. Plus 455. Yeah, I'm gonna put my my little initial next to him. I'm gonna pick him in Tapology too. Estevam Ribovics, Rafael Estevam. Tell with him. So, Dave, what's your thing on this?
Hang on, we haven't done the walkouts yet. Here we go.
And looking at the stats now that Dave's got me on to filling in on the stats here and there, Felipe Buens outstrikes him 2-1. His volume, he does catch he does absorb a lot more, but okay, freeze. Look at that. That's a nice watch. Big red face with the white band and a red face. That's a decent looking watch. I'll take him just because his watch. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the dog pick here. Dave, what are you going? Because I know you already heard Real Fight Picks is on Estevam because there's 11 takedowns and blah blah blah. Okay, who you got?
Estevam 2.06 strike length per minute versus 4.49. Strike absorbs negative striking ratio with another negative striking ratio. So both these guys are getting fucking struck. They pretend to be ground guys. I do believe in Estevam being a ground guy way better than Bunez. But man, I don't mind your pick. I mean, I really don't. If you look at who this guy has fought and his losses, yeah, he looks funny. He's got the funny hat. He's lost against Joshua Van, which wasn't a bad loss. Ground and pound. I get it. I don't think Estevan's going to be grounding and pounding him anytime soon. He lost by Juicier Formiga. Rear naked choke, but that was 3 years ago. I don't see him getting choked out. And all these decisions against fucking Imran Burkrev, 10-1. Murad
Oh,
Magomedov.
man. Look at all that red. That's disgusting. Looks like blood.
I don't know. Anyways, I don't mind your dog pick here. There is absolutely no way in hell. Where's my UFC? Here we go. There is no way in hell that I'm paying minus 550 for this guy. So I'm plus 400, man. Dog or pass.
There you go. I like to hear it. Felipe Bones, Filipino. Look at that crazy cat in his Tapology picture too. That's nice.
The 5
nice.
pounds is horrible. The 5 pounds is horrible.
It is, and that's already. I know he's got to pay a percentage of his purse, but who
It was
cares?
short notice. Come on.
I can't believe this fight's still happening.
Yeah, short notice is also Felipe Buens, who's a plus 450, had a full camp getting ready to fight. Who was he supposed to fight earlier? It got canceled. He was supposed to fight Andre Lima, who I think is way better than Rafael Estevam. So I think Felipe Buens is going to be ready.
We're all on the
That's
same
a
page.
dog spot. I'm
No way. I got Rafael Estevam. Anybody who wants a T-shirt, bet me. I'm right over here, guys.
I already owe you a T-shirt for when stupid
You know
Martin who died.
What's our T-shirt bets at right now?
We're even.
We're even. I got one in the bank for you, so I'll T-shirt bet you this one. Tell you what.
You got that Tiger Muay Thai, that blue one.
You get Tiger Muay Thai, my matching T-shirt, but I want a hoodie because my odds are fucking insane.
You should.
God,
that's it. He's a minus 625.
You know what? The tariffs aren't. They're not as bad as I thought. So you got a deal.
All right.
Perfect. There you
I got
go.
yours already paid for, man. Yours is in the bank.
Awesome. There you go, Dave. Welcome to a new hoodie. Get a nice one too. Nice one.
Yeah,
it
can't be this fucking cheap shit. I want a nice one. This is you have to represent the odds here.
Okay, Formiga cheated bad too. Juicier Formiga. All right, move it on. You ready? Oh. Next we have Austin Bashi taking on John Yanis Gamori. Man, why do I keep linking all these fighters' names? Yanis Gamori's not even on this card, but John Yanis, 9-3. He's, I think, the biggest underdog on this entire card here at Yes Indeedy. Biggest underdog on the card, John Yanis, is plus 525 on DraftKings Sportsbook as of right this minute. But Austin Bashi comes back at a minus 750, the biggest favorite on the card, as he should be. But I'm not touching this. John Yanis is not cut out for UFC. I don't really. Did he come in on short? Is he filling in for somebody or something? I don't know why he's going here against Austin Bashi. Shit's slow too, but Austin Bashi's coming off that loss. Shit. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
What's up, Rockstar? Chuck Lynch, Kiwi Brew, Dirty Reg. Fuck, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Austin Bashi's coming off that recent loss to Christian Rodriguez, where he got kind of like hype checked or fraud checked. He was big. There's a lot of hype on Austin Bashi. He's supposed to be this awesome wrestler coming in.
Wasn't good.
But then Christian Rodriguez, like, nah, you're not all that. Before that, he was a Contender Series, and before that, though, Lights Out Championship. Oh, he did fight Askar, and he beat him, so that's a good one. Lights Out Championship. I guess it's not that horrible. Pipe Vargas too. All right, so I was expecting to see even bummier names, but Pipe Vargas and Askar are decent people to have wins over in your resume as an up and coming fighter.
That was both their last fights, by the way.
What's that?
That was both their last fights.
and still, it's not bad coming in off of just he's got his one debut and lost. He got checked. Now he's fighting this John Yanis, 31-year-old dude, coming in. Where's he even out of? I don't even know. Fighting out of Texas. I'm not sure which is facility or anything like that. I've not really. I'm going to be honest. I don't know much about this guy, John Yanis, but I know he's not that good from what I can see from the little information I do have. I don't think he's all that. He started an amateur career back in 2017, got a bunch of amateur fights, broke in as a pro in peak fighting, and that was in 2021, took a couple losses to some, Cameron Smotherman. You guys know that name. He's not horrible. That's one of his losses. Then he lost to Gabriel Vanderlei. He lost. I mean, this guy's not that good. He did beat Nick Aguirre in Fury FC. Nick Aguirre's, but he's a UFC. He's been in the UFC. Oh man, but I got to go with Austin Bashi here. I'm more fading this guy that I think is just getting thrown in there just to give Austin Bashi a comeback, bounce back win. Keep his name, honest and reputable, I guess you could say. I just want to see something. Was Austin Bashi? Yes, Austin Bashi was supposed to fight Francis Marshall. So John Yanis is coming in on short notice as well. He's a fill-in, so nothing doing. And I can't even find his Instagram. He doesn't got an Instagram. So I can't even do it like a search and see who he's been training with or any of that. I'd have to search his name. But Austin Bashi. No bet though at minus 750. That'd be real stupid to throw money on that because unknowns. A lot of unknowns here. Real fight picks. What are you thinking about this fight?
Bear with me, guys, with the camera, but I'm gonna give you this breakdown just like this for a second. I mean, this is kind of like a no-brainer. Honestly, I didn't do a deep dive into Yanis. I saw that he beat Aguirre. I recognize that name. But more than anything, the loss against Christian Rodriguez for Bashi was impressive. I'm a huge fan of Christian Rodriguez. You know what I mean? Like anytime I see that he's going to be on a card, I'm always looking forward to watching a good Christian Rodriguez fight. I think he's, almost about to become a vet. 2 more fights for C-Rod, and he's a vet. And Bashi controlled C-Rod for 5 minutes and 40 seconds or something like that.
Look at that pectoral muscle. Look at the definition on that tit.
Yeah,
and compared to John Yanis. Look at how protruded it is. That's freaking. That's a wrestler titty right there.
He's in way better shape. He's way bigger.
Way better. Look at John Yanis. Looks like he should be serving hot dogs out of a cart down in the corner.
Or washing dishes. Or yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You impressed with that?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna make more in a month selling hot dogs than he's gonna make it doing this one fight here, losing. I just want to give something to the chat. Bashi's gonna have his way with him, and he likes his dinner a certain way. He likes the sub. So
oh Jesus, that's horrible.
It's minus 110.
Horrible.
He likes it wet and squirming.
Sorry, Dave. What do you got?
I'll go over some stats just for fun. Why is this out of order? All right, here we go. Strikes. Well, obviously, I've got nothing for fucking Yanis, so never mind. I'm not even going to go through strikes, but I will go through some. I will go through some prop bets because the odds are absolutely insane. You will notice that Bashi, besides his last loss, and I get it, and I do agree with you, this is a bounce back loss. Finished, rear naked choke, strikes, round 1. Short strikes, round 2, whatever the fuck a short strike is. Or short choke. What the fuck is a short choke? Rear naked choke. He hasn't had, he's finished every fight since 2022. Kind of leads me to believe that he's going to finish this one. Just to improve your odds a little bit, if you want, Bashi.
By sub?
No, just by either or. By TKO, DQ, or sub, because this is not going the distance.
What is
Minus
it?
160. Minus
Minus
160 by Bashi for finish.
That's my play on this. That is
It's
my
a playable. It's a playable bet, and I do think this is not. I don't think Giannis can go 3 rounds on this guy.
And
Really?
the under 1.5 rounds, the under is plus 145 on DraftKings right now.
Yeah, I've got fight to the distance. Yes, plus 155. This fight's not going the distance. So if you want a good prop bet, and I don't usually give prop bets, but this is a prop bet, man. Bashi by TKO, DQ, or submission. Bounce back fight against a short notice guy who doesn't know what the fuck he's walking into. The size advantage is ridiculous. We saw it here. Yes, the pecs. Look at the walkout. Look at even the walkout of how aggressive he is walking out. And dude, look at that wrestler. He's gonna fucking man, just so much bigger, so much bigger.
John Yanis looks like that wannabe tough guy bully that's in the middle school. That's really not that tough. He just acts it. You know what I'm talking about. The stereotypical fake tough guy. Man, I can't get over how that protruding pectoral muscle right there, that right titty muscle just popped right out. Where Giannis his is almost inverted. It's like almost concaved in. It's fucking crazy. It's the opposite. Sure. I like it. Giannis is number 59 of 970 featherweights on their regionals. Okay. Kiwi minus 160, even better.
Hey, you don't like giving money.
It's a prop.
I'll tell you.
This one was just sub. This one is by finish. That's why it's a little bit, juicier when it comes to
yeah. He might knock him out. He might sub him. I'm not going to fucking.
I think this is a better play because I could see a ground and pound from Bash. I see Bashy bashing him, right? How's that for dad jokes, RFP?
Yeah.
Bashy. Austin Bashy to bash John Yanis Gamori. John Yanis. Anyway.
After stoppage.
We're all on Bashy. We spent too much time here. Moving on. Now this one. Oh, this is like pick the worst. You got to fade the fighter here. I don't know. They're both not that good. We got Nick Klein, American, I think, rather taking on Andrei Puliev. He's a Russian striker. He's not like a wrestling Russian. He's not like Dagestani. He's more of a Novosibirsk, Russia. He's like more of a kickboxing type of, kind of like Slava Claus. He's more of a Moscow Russian, not a Daggy mountain man, Dagestani Russian. You know what I mean? There's different types of Russian fighters. This and Andrei Puliev comes from that breed that's look at School of Martial Arts Alexander Shlemenko. And if you look at Andrei Puliev's resume, okay, remember affiliation, School of Martial Arts Andrei Shlemenko, okay, go to his fights, look at these his regional scene, Shlemenko FC. What that mean? You know what that means? If he was at Shlemenko, the fighting with School of Martial Arts, Alexander Shlemenko's fighting School of Martial Arts, and he's fighting in Shlemenko FC, that means his opponents are being handpicked, catered for him to beat up. It's not, you know what I mean? That's almost pretty much saying he got a fraudulent record here. Let's see these Shlemenko FC fights. Okay, he beat this guy named Well Oliveira, 38-21-1. Okay, RCC.
Who, by the way, is now 39-26-1.
Yeah. So downward trajectory for that dude too. Then he's back in 2023. He had a Shlemenko FC 7 fight against Pavel Mustafin, a 4-2 fighter. He fought in Shlemenko FC 6 against Aslan Azukhanov, a 1-0 fighter. Here's another Shlemenko. All these schlumps from Shlemenko. They're all schlumps from Shlemenko, and they're all implanted. Look at when he stepped out of Shlemenko during his early career. He went to ASI Championship, lost to Jakub Tugunbayev. Then here's another one. He was a Shlemenko, bounce back win. Then he went out to Storm on the Neva regional scene, and he lost to Anvarbek Danny Yalkabayov.
Good, by the way. Who looks good? Oh,
Who's
maybe
what?
not. Who looks decent, but maybe not.
Oh, he is all good, undefeated. He's prospered. That guy, when he fought him, was 1-0. Anyway, 4-0. He's 4-0. Anvarbek. Anyway, and then finally he made his UFC debut after that string of suspect wins. He made his UFC debut, lost to Christian Leroy Duncan, as he should have. But this is the fighter to fade, in my opinion. I think Nick Klein, the American wrestler, is going to be able to use that wrestling against this Shlemenko prodigy, Andre Puliev, because, like I said, I'm sure Puliev has some Russians that he can train wrestling with, but I think blue collar Nick Klein. Just to be fair, let's take a look at Nick Klein's resume. Thank you, Dave, for having that up already. He's coming off that loss to Mansour Abdul Malik, where, man, I did not like him in that fight. I picked Mansour Abdul Malik, but it seemed like Nick Klein was just like kind of frigid, kind of nervous. Maybe it was a UFC stage fright, because it was his debut. You got the debut jitters. Maybe it was that, but he did not look like he wanted to be in there and fighting against Mansour Abdul Malik. That's for sure. Before that, he was in Contender Series where he got a rear naked choke against the 9-1 guy, Geraldo Souza. And on his way up, let's see, he might not be much better. He wasn't a Shlemenko fighter, but he has an LFA guy. No mercy.
By the way, so he did take that Malik fight on short notice. That's why he got his ass kicked.
Ooh, okay. Good to know.
Sorry. Just want to put that out there. So he lost his fight on short notice.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So what I'm trying to get at is Nick Klein is not his resume isn't much better. He does nothing to write home about, nothing to brag about either. No big names, no big wins. His amateur career looks a little bit better than his pro career. But, this is a crappy wrestler going against a crappy Russian striker. So we got crappy American wrestling versus crappy Russian striking. What do you think? I think I'm going to go with the American wrestler. Only because the Shlemenko thing haunts me. And I think, let's see how they look. Puliev is the longer, taller glass of water there. But, man, look at the party mullet in the back of Nick Klein's head. That hair, awesome. And I don't know, man. That Puliev does look like the more physical guy. I don't know. This is like a kind of like a bum fight. I'm gonna take the wrestler. I'll take Nick Klein. He is plus money too, so I'll take him plus 3.5 points. I mean, what's the worst that could happen is he can get finished, and I'll lose that portion of the bet. But yeah, on Tapology too, I'm taking Nick Klein. Real fight picks. What are you gonna do here in this crappy American wrestler versus the crappy Russian striker?
I got a couple ideas in mind, but I'll just be straight up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go. I mean, this is kind of a closely lined fight, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take Puliev reluctantly. Honestly, I had him in the last fight. I watched his tape. Leave me alone. I watched his tape, and I had picked him, and he lost. Who was that? He fought Christian Leroy Duncan.
Oh, you're right.
And I kind of did I
Yeah.
go with him? I don't remember. I don't think I picked against Christian Liver. Anyways, Nick
You
Klein.
did. I think he was like plus 700.
Yeah, Nick Klein fought that guy Mansour
Abdul
Malik, and he controlled him for 3 minutes and something seconds, and probably got burnt out, which is why he got finished in round 2. So, if I'm thinking like he can last and at least last, he doesn't even have to win. But if Nick Klein can at least last the fight without getting finished like he did in that fight, which I don't think Pulev is as dangerous as Abdul Malik, then the way I would probably try to approach this is betting the plus 3.5 with Klein. And that's all I would do. And I don't have that available to me. But that's what I would do. But for my pick, I'm going to go with Pulev. It's like
All
a
right.
50-50.
Fair enough.
Not confident.
Dave?
Nick Klein all day long.
Thank you, brother.
Pulev sucks shit. I agree with you on this one. I think Nick Klein's going to do it within distance. Strike line per minute 3.22 versus 3.87, pretty much a wash. Strike absorbed 3.33 versus 3.93. Wash on the feet as far as it goes. On the ground, where this fight is going to take place, on the ground, Nick Klein is going to fucking dominate this motherfucker. 3.33 versus 0.50. I don't care if you're Russian. Nick Klein's going to fucking take you down and school you old school style. Like, not a big USA fan, but fucking American wrestling is going to fucking annihilate fucking Russian goddamn wrestling tomorrow night. His short notice loss against Abdul, great bounce back for him. I do believe he is a plus money, plus 140. Happy to take him on the money line, happy to put him in a parlay. I do think he's going to do very well. I like him in the weigh-ins as well. Hang on, let me find him. Pulev. Look at him in the weigh-ins. That's a wrestler.
Oh,
Jack.
You know what else you're going to like about Combat Klein, Dave? He's a concrete guy. His Instagram shows him freshly poured concrete, just like you, buddy.
That's
concrete
it, man.
boy. Lock it in, Nick Klein, because he's a concrete dude.
Hard as fucking rock. Look at that concrete motherfucker.
Blue collar.
That's how you get a fucking body like
All right,
that.
Dave, don't concrete. Like that. You're not a fighter.
No,
it's a good one though.
Stop
blazing. Yeah, his Instagram's pretty impressive. I like him. The dog.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
on here. Nick Klein.
All right, sweet. Moving on. Moving up the card, we have a good middleweight fight. We've got Rodolfo Vieira, the black belt hunter, taking on Tresean Gore, or Teresian Gore, if you want to call him that. That's what Uncle Weezy and Brady from Stat Diggers call him, Teresian. But Tresean Gore, yuck, 5-3. I can't see a way he's going to. Tresean Gore's volume is shit. He cannot throw any type of volume in striking, and he's not. If he goes to the ground, he does have he can snap up a sneaky guillotine here and there, but not against Rodolfo Vieira. Rodolfo Vieira is a black belt hunter. The only reason he loses ever is because he gassed out against Fluffy that one time, got embarrassed and choked round 2. Remember that? That was awesome. But aside from that, Rodolfo Vieira, let's see, open up 10-3 for the black belt hunter. He lost a unanimous decision to Andre.
4 another weight miss by that much, 189.5. So he's 4.5 pounds heavier.
Who did?
Tresean
Vieira.
Yeah, no. Tresean's at 189.
Oh, Tresean Gore.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, he's horrible. But then you have look at Rodolfo Vieira's MMA losses are to Anthony Hernandez. That was that was in his first loss in the UFC, and that was due to he gassed out. He burnt everything he had, and you can't keep up with Anthony Hernandez in the cardio. I don't care who you are. And he got burnt out and got guillotined in round 2. Then he lost to Chris Curtis, but he fixed his cardio because it did go unanimous decision. And if you're in a boxing match with Chris Curtis, you're gonna probably lose because Chris Curtis was the sharper boxer, and Rodolfo could not find any way to get him to the ground in that fight. Then most recently, he lost unanimous decision to Andre Petrosky, where again, his Andre Petrosky, didn't he catch him a few times? I think he definitely outstruck him in that round, in that fight. But I don't know. I forget. I can't recall that fight in my head. But he should have his way against Tresean Gore. Like I said, Tresean Gore has real shitty volume. I think he gets doubled up on strikes. I think the most strikes he ever had was against Brian Battle. And this is a stat I heard from, I think from Stat Diggers, actually. In the most strikes he ever had one fight was against Brian Battle in 2022. And in that fight, I think he had like, I don't want to give you a fake number, so I don't know. But Brian Battle doubled him up on that. So this fight here, and he came in 5 pounds heavy, you're saying? Oh, yeah. Rodolfo Vieira is going to take him to the ground, submit him. The end. I got Rodolfo Vieira. I'm pretty confident in it, too. I just don't. I'm fading Tresean Gore. I never liked the guy, and I still not a fan of him. So I'm going Rodolfo Vieira by submission. I'm going to say round 1. I'm going to get it done quick before he gasses out. Why he's still dry, too. You know, round 3, getting a sub in round 3 is real slimy and sweaty. But, yeah, Tresean Gore just sucks. Real fight picks. What do you got?
You know, I'm a believer in God. I'm not like a Bryce Mitchell type, but I believe in God. And I remember specifically Tresean Gore said that God told him he's going to be a double champ. So therefore, that means he has to beat Rodolfo Vieira right here, or else, you know what I mean? What I believe in isn't real, right? So look at him. He didn't make weight.
Double champ if you miss weight by that much.
How much does he miss weight by?
3.5 pounds.
4.5 how close his eyes are together. You know, if Crystal was in here, he would something about his bone structure and his skull, how he looks kind of like a pinhead.
And look at this fucking Spartan.
Oh, I know. Rodolfo Vieira don't look that much better, but at least he made weight. There you go. All right. Looking fine.
I mean, to be honest with you, Fletcher. I mean, I'm not trying to judge.
Didn't look good either. Anyway. So what are you doing? Real fight picks? Who do you take?
I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to judge Tresean. I'm not trying to judge the man. You know, maybe God did tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But somebody who says stuff like that, like from my experience, that usually they don't have discipline. And, you know, he didn't show he could make weight. That's more in line with what when I did judge him at one, for a millisecond, that's what it's more in line with how I see this guy. And I think Vieira being a 7-time world jiu-jitsu grappling champion, compared to the discipline of God told me I'm going to be triple champ, and that's it. God told me. I got to go with Vieira on that one. And I think he's going to find the fight and be able to get it to the ground. Tresean's not that bad. If you want to hedge this, and this is going to sound crazy, but I think Gore by sub could be live. I mean, Vieira did get subbed by Anthony Hernandez, and Gore has a sneaky guillotine. And there's a chance, being an older man, Vieira could gas out and Gore could capitalize on it. And that's Gore's, So I'm just saying, if you want to hedge, take Vieira put your real money, the rent money on Vieira, and then take the light bill and put that on Gore by sub, and you're gonna be all right.
By the way, Gore by sub is the highest odds you could fucking find, plus 9.
Plus 900.
No,
There you go.
it's not happening. It would like me to tell you why.
Yeah.
Okay, Vieira, 3.3 strike land versus 2.77. Fucking even Vieira has more volume than fucking Gore has. Strike absorbed 4.40, which sucks negative striking ratio for fucking Gore. But even worse, negative striking ratio for Vieira, but even worse for fucking Gore. 8.16 fucking punching bag. Okay, take it down the ground. On the ground, Vieira, 3.52 versus 2.62. I'll take Vieira every time. Oh, by the way, 100% fucking takedown defense. I don't even think this is close. I think Vieira has this all fucking day long, especially because Gore missed fucking weight. He doesn't give a fuck. He's in for the paycheck and out. I think it's going to go within distance. And because we like our Rodolfo within distance, TKO, DQ, or submission, plus 105. So here we go, kids.
Okay. That's a good
us.
one. That's plus money.
Plus 105. How much? But Vieira within distance.
Sweet. All right. And moving on. Next, we move up the card to our feature prelim fight. We have bantamweights. Rinya Nakamura is taking on Nathan Fletcher. So Rinya Nakamura, Japanese fighter, minus 425. I guess he was hyped up. He's got that whole bloodline. He's born into fighting. He was the under 21 world wrestling freestyle wrestling champion. A lot of wrestling accolades. However, he came out and had his got fraud checked by Mun Gafarov, where I don't think Rinya Nakamura, I think he had like one takedown. I didn't think he utilized any of his wrestling. That one takedown, it came in the third period or the third round. So I don't know what's going on with that fight. It seemed like I don't know if he was nerved up. I don't know what it was, but he sucked. And people are saying he got fraud checked, which is possible, but I think it was just a like fluke or something. I don't know I still know how he managed to lose to Moin Gafarov. Ugh, that's ridiculous. But nonetheless, he did lose. And I think this is set up for a bounce back win. That's why they're going to feed him Nathan Fletcher. Nathan Fletcher, he lost split decision to Colin Lofgren, who has now since been cut from the UFC. Colin Lofgren, I couldn't stand that dude. He fought like one of those rock'em sock'em robots. He really had no foot movement, stayed flat-footed, and just bop, 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 kind of like a rock'em sock'em robot. It was so annoying. But anyway, I'm glad to see that guy's out of the UFC now. And Nathan Fletcher lost to him. Nathan Fletcher, he just looks like a nice young kid, but it don't matter. What's his best win is he had his UFC debut win against Zigomantis Ramaska, but before that he was in Cage Warriors doing all right, not the greatest. He did get knocked out by a head kick by Dominique Wooding. So, I mean, yeah, I think the UFC is feeding Rinya Nakamura Nathan Fletcher to get a bounce back win after that shameful loss to Moin Gafarov. I don't think he should be minus 415. That's a little heavy. He should be more of like probably 300 minus. I mean, really, but minus 415 is a little high. I'm still probably going to throw him into a super parlay, but it's about it. I'm not putting a lot of confidence into him. Nathan Fletcher could double fraud check this guy. Look at that guy, Rinya Nakamura. But yeah, I think this is a setup bounce back for him. Real Fight Picks, what do you think about this one? All right, Dave, what do you think about this one?
I'm going to agree with you. I think this is. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, he's coming all the way from England. He looks like he needs a
Hello.
tank. I mean, he's worked out hard. It's good. I just don't see it happening. I'll go for some stats real quick, but regardless of the stats, I'm still picking fucking Rihanna.
Rinya.
Yeah, thank you. Strike lane per minute 3.10 versus 3.44. Advantage here for Nathan, but the repertoire of opponents is not there. Strike absorbed 1.70 versus 1.70, pretty much even. So on the feet, I'm going to say they're even on the feet, although I think Rinya is going to be faster and have better footwork. I think Nathan Fletcher is going to be outclassed here on the feet just between the fights I've seen him fight before. And I mean, Lockhart and Ramaska, not a great fucking repertoire here. On the ground takedown average, these guys both have fucking good takedowns. Fortunately, Rinya's got 100% takedown defense, so he's never been fucking taken down. So good luck to fucking Nathan Fletcher. If it's going to go anywhere, it's going to go the other way. Takedown accuracy, 81%. So I think if Rinya really wants to, he can ground and pound this guy for 3 fucking rounds and just ragdoll him and have absolutely no fucking issues doing it. Look at his fighter page. What's that? Is that a wrestling singlet? Yeah. This is what he does. That is his bread and butter. I do think he's going to ragdoll him the whole friggin' day. You look at the odds real quick on the fights. Where are you here? Apologies. Here we go. He is a minus 400. I don't know if he's got the finishing power. His victories got decision. He did win a fight first. That was like 2 years ago. And before that, he was beating nobodies 2 years ago. Yeah, and I get it, on the road to UFC and the UFC Fight Night where he was being promoted. I don't think he's going to be able to finish this one, but I will take him on the money line or by decision. I mean, that's kind of weird, but minus 120 by decision, I agree with the bookies. The bookies are thinking this is going to go the whole rounds. I agree with you as well. I just think he's going to be real to ragdoll him the whole fucking 3 rounds. I just don't think he has quite enough to finish him yet. Maybe in another couple of fights, he might be able to find that sub. But right now, comfortable with control, comfortable with the victory, 3 rounds. Can stand up with him if he wants to, but is not going to stand up with him. 80% takedown accuracy means that it's just a matter of time before Nathan Fletcher gets ragdolled. And that's what
All
I got.
right. Real fight picks. What are you thinking about this fight?
I just want to, bring things to light, with this here. I've listened to every capper, what happened when I told you about Martin Budai and Buchecha, shame on you, and you guys didn't listen, you guys called me an idiot, and you got Rinya Nakamura, Weili Zhang is a once in a lifetime thing. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take, this fighter over here with a grain of salt a little bit. So, Nathan Fletcher.
What? You're saying they're
not even that's Japanese and Chinese. And the man and women. Your Weili Zhang thing is way the fuck off. I don't even know what you're talking about. The Chinese, Japanese, man, woman, wrestler, striker. What the hell? What? You're so blatantly Asian racist. They just circle them all into the same, put them all in the same shit. But all right, I guess we upset them. Anyway, so I didn't. Real fight picks. It was just jokes, buddy. I'm just busting your ass. It's so sensitive. Whatever, Dave. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
We don't have feelings or emotions on this show.
Nope. Fuck your feelings. Moving on. Next, we got the featherweight. I'm sure he's picking Rinya. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, sensitive. All right, moving on. Next, we have The curtain jerker to the main card. We had Danny Silva taking on Kevin Vallejos. Now I gotta apologize to Real Fight Picks later.
Dude, you can't. No, he's gonna fucking talk shit. You gotta call him out on his shit. You can't. The same thing with the watch the tape. If you talk shit on this show, we're gonna call you out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't. How are you gonna make a comparison with Rinya Nakamura and Weili Zhang?
No, you can't. And by the way, one country can produce more than one fighter. It might happen.
They're not the same country. It's Japan and China. They're China. Different countries.
When you've got that many millions of fucking people or billions, you're gonna produce one or two good fighters: Japanese, Chinese, Korean.
And you might not know it, but Rinya Nakamura has ties to the Yakuza crime families and stuff. Did we hurt your feelings, buddy?
No, it's fine. I got Nakamura. I got Nakamura by decision.
Oh, good boy. Good job.
Well, he's back.
There we go. Now we're talking. All right. Moving on. Next, we got Danny Silva. 10-1. Danny Silva. He's a 3-1 favorite. Danny Silva taking on, not underdog. 3-1 underdog at 10-1. Danny Silva taking on Kevin Vallejos. 15-1. He's a -425 chalky favorite for Kevin Vallejos. Man, this is another spot where I don't think it's warranted for El Chino. El Chino. Does that mean Chinese in Portuguese or Spanish or El Chino? Sounds like it.
Now. I have to look.
El Chino. I think it does mean Chinese or something. Anyways, Kevin Vallejos, El Chino. He comes off a win against Sung Woo Choi.
You're right.
El Chino, the Chinese in English. Look, the Chinese. So the Chinese, isn't that coincidental? We just talked about how we're like Rinya Nakamura is not even Chinese, but you know what? Neither is Kevin Vallejos. So I give you a go because Kevin Vallejos, his nickname in Spanish, El Chino, means the Chinese. But Kevin Vallejos, no matter how bad he wants to be Asian, he's not Asian. Okay, he's a wannabe. Wish I was Asian. Who says that? Nobody. But he's just coming off a win against a true Asian named Sung Woo Choi, where he took him out in round 1 with overhand right ground punches. That's awesome. That was his UFC debut. Before that, he had a Contender Series win against Cam Teague, a 7-0 fighter. And before that, he was in Samurai Fight House. That's probably where he got his nickname because they don't really have any Asians over in Argentina fighting at Samurai Fight House. A lot of Asian indications here. But he had that. The one loss is to John Silva. You guys know him, John Silva. He's in the UFC. So that's not a horrible loss to have. And it went to decision. John Silva hits like a truck, right? Is that the guy? I'm thinking of the right guy. Let me pull up his page real quick. Yes, I am. That dude, he's a brawler, hits hard. Every punch he throws, he hits hard. Isn't that the one that messed up? He messed up a few people as of recently. But anyway, back to this guy. Where are we at? Oh, Kevin Vallejos. Kevin Vallejos should be on paper. I didn't look at the stats yet, but should be the better fighter here. However, don't underrate Danny Silva. Danny Silva, I think, is a little bit better than people are expecting him to be. He's coming off a split decision win against Lucas Almeida. Lucas Almeida is not the best, all right? Josh Cooleybow, also not the best, split decision win. I like this one. Contender Series fight against Angel Pacheco. I think they definitely had a Contender Series record, but they had the record of most combined strikes in a fight. I think it was like over 400 in that fight between Danny Silva and Angel Pacheco. And yeah, does it say like how many strikes? I don't know, but I remember it broke a record or something. There was some obscene number of combined strikes in that fight. Yeah, you can find out this way, right?
There. Well, Danny Silva. Which one was it? Sorry, Silva.
It was Angel Pacheco. It was Contender Series, so I don't know if it's going to be available in there.
It is.
It was Angel Pacheco, and it was back in 2023.
204 strikes versus 197 strikes.
See that? That's a combined. That's combined over 400 strikes. Ridiculous. And Danny Silva was on the better end of that, 204. Yeah, I'm gonna and at plus 330 for a one loss UFC guy. I'm gonna go with the underdog here. This is another spot I'm taking. I mean, I think Kevin Vallejos is decent. I just don't think he's minus 425 decent. So I'm definitely not putting my money on him. He might be my pick and tap. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to go Danny Silva for the upset. I feel it. Sungwoo Choi is overrated. I never thought even for being a Korean fighter, not a fan. Sungwoo Choi, he's burnt me so many times. And who's before him? Cam Teague, never heard of him. Gonzalo Contreras, never heard of him. The only person I heard of is the one that he lost to, John Silva. All the rest of these guys where are they now? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going with the plus money junkie I am. I'm taking Danny Silva for the upset, but that's just me. What are you guys thinking? Real fight picks. What you got?
All right, man. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just, I was on Vallejos, and then you guys brought up his nickname, and now I'm on Silva. So
you really don't like betting on Chinese people, do you? Or the Chinese?
I gotta make sure.
I was gonna pick him, and you told me his nickname, and I was like, "How with that?" China.
So no, hey, at least I'm on your side. But I'm gonna, you guys made some good points, and honestly, you guys are the ones that.
Oh, look at the height difference! Stop it! What did I miss that? Did I? Oh, I thought these guys were neck and neck.
A little bit, but you guys are the ones who put me on the Silva. Oh. I didn't catch that fight where they broke the record. I missed that piece of news, and I wasn't really like who. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And I watched him fight, and I was like, oh man, this guy's pretty good. And so it's hard to get a read for me on Vallejos because, just because you didn't get finished by Silva, I hate using losses I know I do it. I use losses to be like, oh, that was a good loss. I'm going to use that as like a positive for the fighter that I'm capping. But, and the 2 wins that he has.
4-inch height.
I'm just saying, like, obviously Silva, he could put the volume out there. He could win the volume battle. So if this goes past 1 round, so this is how I'm going to play. I'm actually picking Silva in my Tapology League. I'm picking Silva for my pick. And I'm picking Silva as a dog to be in like a two-team parlay. But if I could play a prop, I would play Vallejos in round 1 because I just feel like there's a 85% chance if this fight goes the distance that it's Silva's because he's going to outstrike
him. Though he looks his eyes are sunken in a little bit.
Like he's on Xanax, huh?
But he made weight. He made weight by. I mean,
you know what? That's what people who throw 200 strikes look like. So I'm with you, Ranch.
There you go. I'm ready too. And he's got the cauliflower ear in wrestling. So. Yeah, good. I like it, and I like that he's got a 4-inch height advantage. That's clearly evident. You can see that there's evidence when they had the face off. So, Dave, what you gonna do?
White landing per minute 7.36 versus 6.48. It's pretty close. Strike absorbed 7.96 versus 5.70. Kevin throws just as well as Silva does.
I'm saying though. He's teeing off, right? Not to cut you off, Dave, but he's teeing off on guys in the first round, like, 27 strikes right there and knocks them out. Like,
you know what I need to say, by the way? props to the chat. Chat fucking coming to RFP's fucking goddamn defense. Love you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. Fuck his emotions, by the way. Anyways, Silva, takedown average 2.33 versus 0. Kevin's got some takedown fucking problems here. Takedown defense. So Kevin's not going to take anybody down. Let's put it this way. His takedown accuracy is 0. His takedown defense is only 66. If this does go to the ground, you guys might have a fucking chance. Motherfucker, you guys might have a chance. Silva's got the volume on the feet. Obviously, we know he can take care of himself. He's got the ground game. Motherfucker, am I betting on the wrong guy here?
Yeah.
Shit. I've got Kevin in my fucking Tapology pick, but
You can change that. There's plenty of time to change that.
Let me see if there's some fucking little prop bets here we can find for Danny Silva here, because this is kind of interesting here. Danny Silva does have the way better ground game. He does have the volume to go with it. He's spicy on a whole bunch of levels here. Silva by TKO, DQ, or submission. So if he finishes him, plus 800.
Holy smokes.
Oh. These things just went crazy. Fight to go the distance. Yes. Plus 125. No. Minus 165. Bookies think this is not going the distance. There might be a little scratch off bet put on this one. Plus 800. It's not the plus 900. I get it, guys. Fucking chat. Fuck you. Chat sucks. Anyways, yeah, I kind of like Silva. But if I'm going to bet him, I'm going to bet him by plus 900 within distance. Sorry, plus 800 within distance. But yeah, definitely not putting Kevin in any parlays. Definitely not putting him in anything, prop bets, anything like that. Coin flip, but I'm picking Silva.
Plus 350 is good enough.
You can go for that too. I'm not confident in any way on this one. This is a scratch off. But Kevin definitely avoids all my parlays.
You know, I like I'm looking at Danny Silva's Instagram, right? And 3 hours ago, he posted, it's like, fuck a fool who says I can't make weight. 3 hours ago, he had this on Instagram, right? And it shows him hitting the right there with the hoodie and the exercise bike right there, down, right there, that one. And if you scroll through, you'd see, look who's working out with. That's Dan Argueta, right there. That's Dan Argueta. He's a Dan Argueta's like an underrated, awesome wrestler. If you guys didn't know,
Cub Swanson.
Where is he? Cub Swanson's. Oh, is that? I don't know. I can see the back of his head. But anyway, I like that Danny Silva's surrounding himself with some decent people. Rightfully so. I did not check on Kevin Vallejos, but I do. I'll do that right now. Kevin Vallejos.
Dude. I like this even more because you know what? He fucking worked hard to make weight, which means tomorrow he's coming in 10, 20 pounds heavier than what he just fucking weighed in at. Oh, I love this. I love the determination. I love the teamwork. I love it all.
Yeah.
I'm going harder on Silva now.
Oh, yeah. Especially now. Look, I popped up Kevin Vallejos, his Instagram. What's he got? Oh, his most recent posts are him making out with his girlfriend. Who gives a shit about that? Let's see some training. Oh, I see a training pic. When is this from? 2 days ago. All right, so it's the PI, and who's he training with? Lucas Minoro. I don't know who that guy is. Miniero. No idea. I think the chubby guy there with the Baltimore Ravens jersey. I think that guy just holds pads or something. I don't know what he does. Puts on his gloves for him. Oh, these are Samurai Fight House people. That's who these are. But yeah, I'm taking the dog. Plus 330. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, taking the dog that's training with Cub Swanson and Danny Argueta. Oh, I see there's a picture here of Vallejos with Mikey Musumeci, the Brazilian guy, but he's not training with him. It's just like hey buddy, take a picture with me. So yeah, nothing doing. I'm going Danny Silva. Moving on. Let's see. Not BC Polar Dave. Working on his cardio. Okay. Moving on. Moving up the card. Next fight. We've got, oh man, the veteran Neil Magny. 29 and double-digit losses. 13. 29 and 13 for Neil Magny. And he's taking on another veteran in Elizu Zaleski. It was a Zaleski dos Santos. I don't know. He's got like one of those three names. It's just Elizu Zaleski, but I think it's like Elizu Zaleski dos Santos or something. Yeah. Anyway, Elizu Zaleski, almost double-digit losses. 25, 9, and 1 for Elizu Zaleski. Zaleski comes in as the favorite. He's minus 170 on DraftKings, where Neil Magny comes back at plus 142. Now, Eliza Zaleski coming off a loss to he got knocked out by Chidi Bang Bang Njokuani, which is not. I mean, Chidi Njokuani, I'm a fan, but he's kind of a lot similar to Neil Magny. We'll get into that. Before that, he had a fast. Well, a minute 15 knockout of Zach Scroggin. He lost to another lengthy striker, Randy Brown. Before that, he had that draw with Renat Fakhretdinov, which was a horrible looking fight. He beat Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov. He beat Benoit Saint Denis. Oh, that's when is that one? When was that? That was 2021. Was that? I don't even recall that. That his debut or something? When did? Hold on, Benoit Saint Denis. I
think Saint Denis went up in weight. I think he went.
It
up
was
in
his
weight.
UFC debut as well. UFC debut for Benoit Saint Denis. Eliza Zaleski got him by unanimous decision. Oh man, this I hate this fight. It's a mess. I've been back and forth. I should take into account that Neil Magny has just weathered, like he's as of recently, you can see he's slowed down a bit. He doesn't have but look at the people he's been getting beat by. Carlos Prates, he's knocking out everybody except for Ian Gary. Michael Morales, still undefeated. Okay, can't blame for that. He beat Mike Mallet. Ian Machado Gary, still that you can't take anything from that. He beat Phil Rowe. He lost to Gilbert Burns, and that was back in 2023. I mean, he's only losing to real good people. Look at all his losses. You go down the list. They're all to like pretty good names. There's not someone on here that's beat him that you haven't heard of. Going way back, you have to go back to the before Damian Maia, 2015. Before that is the first time you've seen Red with a name that you don't know. But I know Damian Maia. I know Lorenz Larkin, RDA, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Michael Chiesa, Shavkat Rachmanov. Everybody that's beat Neil Magny has a good name behind him for the most part. Now, Eliza Zaleski, is his name good enough to be able to beat Neil Magny? I don't know. Now you look at Eliza Zaleski and his losses. Let's see, we got Chidi, Randy Brown, Muslim Salikov, Jing Liang Li, Nicholas Dow. You could say the same. You could say the same for Eliza Zaleski, except for when you get down to 2013, that's when you start seeing some red of people that you don't know. So same with him. But Nicholas Dalby, can't stand that dude. Jingliang Li, the Leech, Muslim Salikov. This was 5 years ago too. I don't know. What are you guys gonna do here? I don't know. I'm still on the fence here. I really want to take the dog and Magny, but I just don't think he has it in him anymore. I think his best days are behind him. Well, Zaleski, his best days are behind him as well. I just know who has enough left in him to win this fight between these two tested veterans. What do you think?
You know, one guy on the other hand, Magny, has been knocked out in the first round twice, back to back, in about a year's span. And you got Zaleski, who got knocked out his last fight 5 months ago. So I don't know if that puts him on an even playing field, but knocked out twice. You can't blame the first one because I was against Pradis, and then who was the second one? It was Michael Morales, and that one I was kind of surprised, because Magny was coming off the win against Mike Malott, and I thought he'd have a little bit more from Morales because he's like well-rounded. But they're both kind of old, so that evens out. But what I'm picking is who has the chance of landing on the chin first, and that to me is easy. That's Zaleski dos Santos. I feel like he has the chance to land on the chin first. I don't think Magny's wrestling is good enough to take down a guy like Dos Santos, and even if he gets him down in the first round, and I just don't see him submitting him. The old Magny, if he was younger, if he was the younger man, I could see Magny being able to submit him, and he is pretty well rounded. But he's like jack of all trades, master of none. That if that was a person, that's Neil Magny. So I'm gonna take the specialty striking of the fucking capoeira, Zaleski dos Santos, to be able to knock out Magny for the third time in a row. And Magny will be, maybe putting on his retirement fight next or something.
Okay. Dave?
This is a fight of the gatekeepers. Honestly, one of you has to go. Put your fucking gloves in the ring, because this is the gatekeepers. They're both the same. I like them both, by the way. Just putting it out there. Strike land per minute 3.43 versus 4.26. Similar. Strike absorb, negative striking ratio 2.48 for Magny. Negative striking ratio for Santos, pretty much on the same ratio as well. On the ground, Magny, heavy advantage 2.12 versus 0.75. Over a repertoire of a lot of opponents here. So these stats are either A, jaded, or B, perfect, whichever one you want to fucking look at it. Magny's old. And you know what? I like RP, like what you said. Whoever's going to be able to land that first strike is probably going to be able to get it going. Magny with his fucking height advantage, his reach advantage, power is the last thing to go. They both lose their speed first. It's a real coin flip. But as much as I hate to say it, either Magny retires in this one or he wins this one. I'm picking Magny.
I like that. I'm looking right now. I don't know if it's going to come into play, but Elizu Zaleski's Instagram 1 week ago, he has this thing. It's in you got to translate it, but he had somebody, a training, I don't know if it's his main a training partner. Somebody died a week ago. Because I'm looking at this one post. I was looking to see if training videos. Instead, I think he got one of his good buddies or friends died like a week ago, if you see his Instagram. So I don't know if that's going to come into play emotionally and inspire him, or maybe it'll mess his head up to where he can't fight as well. So I'm going to pretend I didn't even see it. But I was also noticing in some of these training videos, he's actually training capoeira, the dance style shit. And I've never seen it used except for Michelle Pajeda. And that's when he tried to use capoeira is when he sucked. It's when he kept he stopped using it and he started winning. So if these training videos that I'm seeing of Elijah Zaleski doing this capoeira, this is 5 weeks ago, I see him doing these capoeira dance kicks and crap, and he's like, yeah, the whole Neil Magny's gonna takes two to tango. Neil Magny's gonna do this dance step thing with, it's like, yeah, he's doing this like kata, like forms and stuff. It's hard to explain unless you look at it, but I think I'm with you. I like Neil Magny here. I want to check his thing real quick, his Instagram, to just make sure he's getting ready for this fight. If I see a bunch of signing posters and not training or training capoeira, then forget about it. I see interviews. Looks like a post-training video. Oh, it's outdated. So there's nothing showing for Neil Magny. He hasn't updated any recent training stuff. So it's hard saying. But despite that, I'm still taking him. I don't like capoeira style, fighting style. I think it's horrible for MMA. If anything, it's like a liability in your skills. I think you can find a hole in capoeira that you can exploit by using wrestling. Anyway, I'm taking Magny as well. At plus money, why not? I'm not confident. Not going to put him in a ton of parlays, but he will be my pick. More like the hobo that bums smoke from people lined up at the gate. Oh, man. He's not Carlos Prates. He don't smoke. Anyway, next we have Carol Hossa, 18-7 as a 2-1 favorite over Nora Cornol. Nora Cornol, the French fighter, is 9-2, comes back at plus 160 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Okay, let's take a closer look at this bantamweight female fight. Carol Hossa, she's the girlfriend of what fighter is her girlfriend? Her wife or something? Didn't she with somebody? We have to check out her Instagram to figure it. I forgot who it was though.
I'm a little jealous, but she's with Denise Gomes.
Denise Gomes, thank you. Oh, yep, there it is. Look at her. Happy couple. Carol Hossa is completely a decisionator. I think every single fight that she's won, has she ever finished anyway? Go back up a little bit. Scroll back up, Dave. Up to her bar graph. There, that thing. Look, okay, she's got some knockouts, but as of recently, I know everything's been decision. I think her knockouts happened early in the career before she was in the UFC. Since in the UFC, though, I think everything's gone to decision. Scrolling down, decision. Yep, that was grappling fight. Decision. Yeah, she's a complete decisionator. Last time she knocked anybody out was in 2019. That was in Future FC. Aside from that, since then, everything's gone the distance except for a couple grappling things. But grappling and MMA are not the same. She's got losses to the likes of Sarah McMahon, wrestler, Norma Dumont, big wrestler, Irene Aldana, bigger girl. There's a grappling fight there. And most recently, Eileen Perez, which unanimous decision. She lost there. Man, I don't know. I'll take a look at Nora Cornol. Nora Wonder Cornol, 9-2. She's coming off of a win against Haley Cohen, who is more of an athlete than she is a fighter. Isn't Haley Cohen? She's like that from Texas, and she's like a former college cheerleader or something. Yeah, look at her. She's fit. That's about it. She's fit, but I don't think she likes getting punched in the face. Okay, she lost to Jacqueline Cavalcanti by split decision. That was September of last year. She beat Melissa Mullins, Jocelyn Edwards, and that was her UFC debut. That's a good win. Yeah, it says she's got a little short little resume. Nothing you take much off of. Her best win, Jocelyn Edwards, I would say. But she hasn't faced anybody as good as Carol Hossa. I'm gonna take Carol Hossa. She is the favorite here, which I don't like. I try to take the dog when it comes to girl fights. I try to take the dog plus points. And thank God I did it last week with Baby Shark, huh? Yeah, I like that one. But this week I'm gonna take the favorite here. I think I think Carol Hossa is gonna get it done over Nora Cornell, the French fighter. I got the Brazilian, Carol Hossa. What do you guys think about this female bantamweight fight?
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be a scrap. It's going to be bloody. They're going to go and they're going to let it all hang out. And I'll just say it right out the gate. I got Hossa, Carol Hossa. That's my pick. That's my pick. I think she's better everywhere. I want to see Nora Cornhole winning this fight, but if I'm really being
look
honest,
at her right there, Dave. Stop. What is she? She just barely made weight. Look at her clapping. 136. That's the limit. But look at.
I heard she cried.
Looks like it. Oh, she looks horrible right there. Her floppy, flat titties and shit. The tattoo in the middle of her chest. Look at she's crying. Look at her. Knock it off. That's why she's gonna. Yeah, hope she's crying when Carol Hossa punches her in the face. Look at Carol Hossa like a boss. Like a boss. No tears. Doing this regular. On the regular, I do this. Do this on the regular. That's right. But I mean, it's a girls' fight. You can flip a coin, pick whoever. I'm not really.
I mean, honestly, they had a common opponent in Jocelyn Edwards, and Carol Rosa put her away, and Cornhole got the robbery decision. I mean, it was totally different.
She just pointed at her tattoo too. I don't know what that said, but you see, she must got a new tattoo on her fist.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a stretch, especially the whole KO to KO. Rosa's never been KO'd in her 11 UFC fights. Never. That this Cornhole is going to come and do it.
Then 3 weeks ago, did he go like 2-9 on Tapology? Wasn't that like 2 or 3 events ago? Remember, Dave? You're like, I can't believe he still hasn't picked one right. Dave Instagram messaged me and on the 10th fight. It's like Jesus still hasn't got one right. Unbelievable. But sure, anyway, MMA Jesus. I appreciate you. Always appreciate you.
You guys are fucking horrible. Decisionator, both of them are fucking decisionators. I don't care what you say. Here it's gonna be a matter of volume. Rosa's just gonna out volume her. 6.22 versus 3.07. Negative or 4.84 versus 1.91. Better on the ground, probably better on the feet, more volume on the feet. This fight's gonna be fucking boring. Oh, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Fucking theory for fucking Rosa. It's like playing Baccarat. If you want to, I'm gonna put it on banker. You're gonna be Rosa. I'm not putting any fucking money on it.
Yeah, I just flipped the coin. I said heads Rosa, tails Cornell. It was Rosa.
Right. Banker played Rosa.
Real fight picks. What did you settle on? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna settle on Carol Rosa. Like I said, Cornhole. She's no ground game. She's in that fight versus Cavalcanti where it says they got 54 strikes each. It wasn't even close. Cavalcanti kicked her ass.
And by the way, I am awesome at cornhole, the game where you throw the corn bags into the hole. I'm so good at that. Especially if you give me a little toot of cocaine. Fucking on point with that shit. Direct them, zoom them, like laser beam them in there. Bing,
Yes.
bing, bing.
Focus.
Hitting them. Anyway, moving on. Up the card, we have a fight between Esteban Ribovics taking on Elvis Brenner. Elvis Brenner comes at plus 225 right now, where Esteban Ribovics minus 278, almost a 3-1 favorite for Ribovics for the interesting. All right. For the 14-2 fighter. Okay, let's see what we got here in this Ribovics Brenner fight. Sorry, I wasn't. This caught me off guard here. Okay, Ribovics 14-2, coming off a loss to Nasrat Haqparast, where he lost by split decision for the Argentinian fighter. And before that, he had a win over Daniel Zellhuber, split decision again, meaning could have went either way. Terrence McKinney knocked him out. It was super fast, though. There was nothing you could take from that fight. He beat Kemuela Kirk 2 years ago by unanimous decision. Prior to that, he lost to Loic Radzarab also 2 years and 4 months ago. Elvis Brenner, this boy, back-to-back losses, coming off a knockout from Joel Alvarez, the Spanish fighter there from Spain. And unanimous decision lost to Maitukbek Oralbai, which was that the one that was that like a robbery? I can't remember that one. And before that, he had his wins over Kainan Krzyzewski, Guram Kudaladze, Zabira Tukagov, which are all three very good wins. Well, the most recent one, Kainan Krzyzewski. I don't know whatever happened to that guy. In and out of the UFC, I don't know. But I also like that Elvis Brenner is shootbox Diego Lima. Man, this is another spot where I kind of want to take the underdog, but let's get smart with this before I jump on another plus 200 dog. It's ridiculous. Esteban Ribovics. Oh man, I can't commit to until I hear what you guys have to say. So right now, I'm trying to find reasons to pick Elvis Brenner. So bear with me. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and then I'll let you know after I hear some stats and whatnot. So real fight picks, give me some.
I'm not confident. Like you're looking to the wrong guy. If you're looking for any confidence right now, in either one of these guys, because you know Elvis Brenner has that Charles Oliveira style. You know he looks like he's dead. And then he comes back out of nowhere and KOs you, you know? Ask, who did he do that to? We fucked up Kainan Krzyzewski, and I think he was supposed to be a favorite on that fight. And then Guram Kudaladze, that's who he did that to. He played dead the first round and came back. So, fuck, what do you do with a guy like that?
By the way,
Ribovics, I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
Has Ribovics ever been knocked out? And it doesn't really matter because that's how Brenner is. He's so wild. He can knock anybody out, even for the first time. That's what makes this so hard, to be honest with you, because technically, hold on, Mama. Technically, Ribovics is better. He's gonna have more volume. So I'm gonna go with Ribovics, guys. Sorry, guys.
That's fine. I want to mention Ribovics is training at Killcliff. I'm looking at his Instagram right now from 2 weeks ago, which is that's good. You want to see that. Killcliff is one of my top 5 training facilities. So that's a good thing. I don't know. Dave, what are you thinking?
Some stats real quick between the both of them, like lots of repertoire on these guys. Strike time per minute, 3.99 versus 8.08. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of volume. Strike absorbed, 5.30. Negative striking volume for Elvis, 5.92. Positive striking ratio for Esteban. On the ground, 1.23 versus 0.48. But honestly, 23% takedown accuracy does not impress me. Like, that's the lowest takedown accuracy I've seen in a fucking while. Yeah, he's not going to get taken down, but it doesn't really matter because he's not going to get taken down if he gets pieced up on the fucking feet by volume. I'm kind of on Esteban on this one. Stats fucking lean that way. As far as the weigh-ins, I think the weigh-ins lean that way. Tattoos got to lean that way as well. So let's go over to what really matters here, as far as we're concerned. Elvis Brenner plus 200, Esteban minus 250. Could make a parlay piece if we all agree on them, I guess. But yeah, definitely, I'm comfortable on Esteban. I don't think it's going to go the distance. So if you look at Esteban, how he finishes shit, head kick, ground and pound, punches. So if you're a betting man, you're looking at Esteban within distance. Esteban within distance by knockout. So prop pit would be plus 150 by knockout. But yeah, I'm happy with just the minus 250 and the parlay.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to go with you guys and take Esteban Ribovics. However, I'm looking at Elvis Brenner's Instagram right now, and there's a picture of 4 days ago where he's with Alan Peroso. He's like a phenomenal BJJ guy, and Gabriel Checo, which, man, I mean, it's not. He's got some pictures of the shoot back, like Diego Lima, all sorts of. But this man, he's putting it in. This is 4 days ago. This is gonna be a good fight. This is probably most competitive fight on the card, I think. So I will say it's gonna. I think it's gonna go to decision, and it's probably gonna be split. So my bet will be take Brenner plus 3.5 points. What's the over under on that? Minus 125, minus 115. Yeah. So I'm going to take my bet will be plus points for Elvis Brenner, but my pick on Tapology will be Esteban Ribovics by decision, because I think Ribovics will edge out the win, but I think Elvis Brenner will win a round maybe. I'm hoping for my betting stakes. But yeah, I'll go Esteban Ribovics minus 278. Parlay piece too. So moving on to the co-main event. We've got Chris Duncan, not to be confused with Christian Leroy Duncan, just Chris Duncan, the white guy, Chris Duncan. 13-2, taking on Matus Rebecki. Matus Rebecki, 20-2. Matus Rebecki comes in as the 2-1 favorite, minus 225 on DraftKings Sportsbook as of right now. Chris Duncan comes back at plus 185 for the problem out of Scotland. Chris Duncan, he's coming off a submission win over Jordan Vucenic. That was kind of like a fraud, he just checked it. I mean, Jordan Vucenic, really? Nothing happening there. Before that, he submitted Balaji.
Sorry. Good.
What was that again?
Nothing.
Balaji submitted him before that for Chris Duncan. Prior to that, he got submitted by Manuel Torres. And before that, he beat Anal Ashmouth, Yanel Ashmoose. Omar Morales is pretty good. Chris Duncan for the problem. They're both aged out perfectly. They're like 32 years old for each of them. Matus Rebecki, he's coming off the split decision win over Mike Tech Oralby, which that one I had Oralby to win, and Matus Rebecki messed up my whole parlay because of that split decision. Hate those ones. Just throw the phone against the wall at that point. He lost to Diego Ferreira, got knocked out before that, and prior to that, he was beaten Roosevelt Roberts submission, Loic Radzhabov knockout, Nick Fiore decision. So all over the board with his wins. He's got knockouts, submissions, and decisions. I'm gonna have to go with Matus Rebecki, though. I think he's just a little bit. He's better than Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan. Chris Duncan should be like gatekeeper status right now. He should be going against like up and coming prospects. Matus Rebecki is not really an up and coming prospect. He's a little better than that. I think he's beyond that prospect limit. So I think Rebecki will get the win here. I'm gonna have to probably say by decision. I don't know what the over under on the distance is, but I can see this going all the way to the end and getting a decision. So yeah, Rebecki by decision is my pick. What do you think about this fight? Real fight picks.
I don't know, man. I really don't know. Here's my problem. Like, I want to take Duncan. I really do. But he's so easy to take down. I really want to take Duncan, though. Like, I really do. I had Duncan in the last two fights.
He does look huge right there.
I've had Duncan. I was on Blajoki. When I seen that, I was like, why are they giving away free money? And then against Jarno Aarons, I was like, oh, my God, they're giving away free money again. And, you know, what do we see? Rebecki get knocked out in the third round by Diego Ferreira?
What's with the glasses, Chris Duncan? What's with the glasses? Is he hiding sunken eyes? What's he close on the? What's with the necklace? What's with the necklace, Chris Duncan, and the glasses?
That's a memento. That guy's just an animal, though. This guy has 75%
Polish power right there. That's Ivan. That's Polish power. It's like Ivan Putski.
Yeah,
do you know who Ivan Putski is? Real fight picks. Do you know who Ivan Putski is? He used to be a WWF wrestler. His nickname was Polish Power. He used to kiss his biceps.
What was his name?
Ivan Putski.
Ivan Putski?
Yeah, Polish Power. And in real life, he was like I think he was like a college professor or something. So something. No, that's not. That was George the Animal Steel. George the Animal Steel was like a MIT professor, but his wrestling persona was an animal. Anyway, enough talk about old. You know, Hulk Hogan died, so she kind of spurs it up in me. But anyway, this fight, I didn't realize Chris Duncan was going to be that much bigger. I thought, man, I got to start watching these face-offs. That sways me more toward the Chris Duncan side now. So I don't know. Back on the fence. Dave's going to. So, and I don't like the sunglasses and the necklace thing. That look, I don't know what's going on there. So what was your pick? Real fight picks? What'd you go with?
You know, I think I'm going to do this parlay right here, guys. I think I'm going to do Silva and Duncan.
Okay.
And I think I'm just going to put those two guys together and say, fuck it. But for my Tapology pick, I got to go with Rebecki. I got to go with my heart. My heart says he's going to be taken down and wrestle fuck. And he's going to win the first 2 rounds. And he's going to survive being on the back foot against Duncan's long reach. And Duncan's well-rounded. I want to say Duncan's the better striker right here. I want to say Rebecki's
Dave's totally for real.
He's totally reliant. I could be wrong, but those strikes right there, I don't know if those are like boxing strikes or strikes where he's doing ground and pound. Because I want to say Rebecki's like a try to get it to the ground, type of fella. So, and Duncan's longer. I'm just saying Duncan's going to be able to. Rebecca's not going to get through this fight unscathed. So, what's going to happen when he's scathed? What's going to happen in the third round if Duncan is still there? So, because I imagine Rebecca's going to be on top, and Duncan's good enough on the bottom to where he can grab both arms and have overhooks and just kind of like survive there for like I was saying an hour, but not that long. You get what I'm saying.
We'll see.
I got Rebecca. Definitely, though, I always love to use dogs and parlays, at least one here and there.
Well, you've got
Silva's
a bunch on this card, so.
Yeah, Silva's one, and Duncan is one, and they may just go together just for the fun of it. So,
all right.
Yeah, I got Rebecca, though.
What are you thinking?
Over the repertoire of opponents, I'm going to go with Rebecca as well. Stats are kind of a little bit skewed, but I'll go over them real quick. 4.70 versus 4.20. Pretty much a wash. Strike absorbed 4.13 versus 3.63. Pretty close as well. On the ground, 3.84 versus 4.10. I'm calling that a wash. What I do like is 75% takedown accuracy for that little motherfucker. Little Polish motherfucker is tough as fucking nails. Chris Duncan's going to have a serious problem because I think he's going to get taken down and fucking ragdolled. I don't see this being finished. Rebecca usually finishes his fights by ground and pound or by – here we go. Hang on a second. Let me just confirm that real quick. Fucking little Polish guy. Ground, split decision. But, yeah, armbar, overhand left, rear naked choke, punches, elbows, corners, like all these things. He's a little fucking Polish dynamite. I'm going to stay away from this on the betting because this betting is a little bit scary. I don't know. It's way close to what the odds should be. But where am I here? There we go. I am picking the favorite here. I am picking the little midget Polish guy. I think he's going to be able to tough it out. I do see this going to decision, but I'm just going to stick with the money line on the minus 225.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm looking at the Instagrams right now, and I do like that Chris Duncan's out of American Top Team, but yeah, I see something 4 days ago. I don't got volume on, but everybody's in there, American Top Team, and it's on Chris Duncan's Instagram page. They got the whole team looks like. I don't know, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Mateos is the number 19th ranked, and Chris is number 45. Like in the grand scheme of things,
that's why would they set that like that? You know what I mean?
It's a big gap difference there with the rankings.
And the rankings do. I mean, a lot of people say they don't mean shit, but they're there for a reason. Somebody made those rankings. Somebody put him 20 spot or 30 spots higher than his opponent. Matus Rebecki, his Instagram real quick. I see him at the PI. Oh, putting it in at the PI. Fight like there's no tomorrow. Create your own destiny. Oh, that's at BKS Scorpion. That must be like his Polish training place. Yeah. Oh, I like him in New York City. Brooklyn. He's in Brooklyn. Like it. Yeah, I'm siding with Polish Power as well. I'm siding with Matus Rebecki. Yep. I'm going with it. Despite the American Top Team footage. I like that though too. Man, not confident, but I'm going Matus Rebecki. All right. Moving on. Oh, let's see.
You guys remember this from a while ago?
What? Oh, yeah. It's a big girl. This is definitely going to finish.
Jamie, for the guys who've been in the chat for a while.
Yeah, I remember when she was a puppy. I've known her for a long time. Duncan has subs for days. Take Duncan down and get triangled or gillied. That's Topology's rankings. That 45 and 19. Anyway, moving on. She got big, Dave. She sure did. Dave overfeeds her. She's getting fat. Moving on. Next, we have the main event. The Battle of the Asians. Oh boy, Real Fight Picks is pulling his hair out with this one. One time, Real Fight Picks said, "I will never bet an Asian not named Tatsuro Taira." I will never forget when he told me that. Well, here's a chance to bet Tatsuro Taira because he's going against the Asian too. In Hyung Sung Park, the Korean, undefeated Korean, may I add. However, the repertoire for Hyung Sung Park isn't that great. I mean, to be honest, you can look at his past opponents and realize nothing fancy. So let's do that. Let's open up. Well, first let's check out the favorite. Tatsuo Taira 16-1, and he is minus 360 on DraftKings Sportsbook for the Japanese fighter. Let's see. His one loss was against his last fight. It was a split decision loss. Happened to be fight of the night, so you can put that into account too. Against Brandon Royval. It was a very closely touted fight. I do remember there's some back takes. I was on Tatsuo Taira, of course, to lock in a parlay, and he shit his pants in my parlay. Brandon Royval got the split decision win and messed everything up for me, like pretty much every other time I make a 4 or 5 fighter parlay. Before that, though, he had a nice win over Alex Perez, hurt Alex Perez's knee. That was also a performance of the night on that one. He beat Carlos Hernandez, Edgar Chairez, Jesus Aguilar, CJ Vergara, Carlos Candelera, just doing it right since his debut back in 2022 against formidable UFC fighters and taking care of business with all of them. And I think he should be able to do the same against Hyung Sung Park. Peace of Mind. That's his name. And Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind, undefeated, 10-0 fighter. But if you look at his repertoire, who's the best fight? Most recently, he had that Carlos Hernandez. Okay, that's a good one. Before that, though, Shannon Ross. Yeah, who hasn't beat Shannon Ross, right? Liver shot to ground strikes. He did beat him with punches to the body, so that's good. Then before that, his UFC debut was against Sung Guk Choi, Korean fighter that you never heard of. And before that, he was in road to UFC, so a whole bunch of fighters you've never heard of. Tapnoi Karam, Jeremiah Saragar, Ju Hwan Kim, so on and so forth. Throw a bunch of silverware down the stairs, and that's who he's fought. Ching Chang Kong Kong Ping Tang Kong. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I can do that. I'm Asian.
I know. You're the only one who can on this panel.
That's right. So go from a guy whose best win is against Shannon Ross. I have to take Tatsuo Taira, but I mean, I've no reason to. Who's he lost? He's never lost. He lost a kickboxing fight, pro kickboxing fight in his pro debut, but that's it. So there's nothing. You can't really find an area to fade Hyung Sung Park. You just have to pick the better fighter with the information you have. And in this case, Tatsuo Taira has a better repertoire. I just, not confident because Hyung Sung Park hasn't lost. So who's to say he's going to lose this time too? Yeah, I'm not. Thankfully, this is the main event, so you don't have to bet it. You can just, bet the rest of the card and then hedge it all onto this if you want. Instagram wise, I'm looking at Hyung Sung Park's Peace of Mind Instagram. I do see some training videos here. Let's see. This was a camp way before. This is 12 weeks. And, Hyung Sung Park is on short notice. However, it's not really short notice because he was in training camp because he was supposed to fight I think the next pay-per-view or something against somebody. Man, I don't know. I forget who, but right there. What's that? No, let's look at Hyung Sung Park's thing. He was supposed to fight Steve Urseg on August 9th. Steve Urseg. So he was in a camp. So people are like, oh, this guy, he's coming in on a week's notice because Tatsuo Taira was supposed to fight Amir Albazi. So this guy's not ready. But I think he kind of is ready because he was getting ready for Steve Urseg, Steve Urseg versus Tatsuo Taira. What a great fight that would be, huh? But anyway, here's Hyung Sung Park against Tatsuo Taira. So my pick will be Tatsuo Taira, but because Park is undefeated and there's a lot of question marks against the quality of opponent, this will be definitely his biggest test. And hopefully he does well against it, but I'm not betting either way on this headlining fight. My Tapology pick will be Tatsuo Taira, though, to get it done. What do you guys think about this fight? Real fight picks with the Asian hate. You're on mute.
Do I really have to break this down right now?
No.
You don't have to.
Can I?
You can pass to Dave and then come back.
No, you just put your opinion in. Just say, pick one.
Can I turn the light? Can I hide my face?
Yes.
It's too late. People already know who you are.
All right.
Oh, you picked an Asian fan to hide your face. Perfect. Go ahead.
Give me. It's time. Give me 100% takedown defense, undefeated to shock the world, was preparing for a tougher fighter. I can't believe I'm saying this, actually. From Korea, Hyung Sung Park.
I really like your pick. I really like it. Good job, real fight pick. You did a good job. Good job picking that. All right.
Shishi.
Shay.
And I'm seriously gonna put a scratch off on it. $10.
I don't blame you. What I didn't realize he had 100% takedown defense.
I don't know what the line is. I really don't. I just know
he's plus 285 on the money line.
That's it.
Plus 285. That's pretty
gross.
decent. And he is right there, Tatsuo Taira, minus 360. Looks right out of like a Japanese, like a
anime.
And exactly, looks like an anime warrior, like like a cartoon in real life.
Yeah.
Brandon G chimes up with the fucking comments. I love it.
Wow, he picked an 8. Well, it's kind of had to. That's why he wanted to pass.
He's the whole fucking show.
Passed on this one.
The whole show.
Oh God, dude, rep. My fucking rep.
The one all night long.
All right, Dave.
Let's go over some stats real quick. Fuck, our chat's hilarious. Park strike time per minute 4.27 versus 2.99. Seems to be the more active on the feet. Strike absorbed 2.69 versus 3.29. Almost even striking ratio for Tatsuro, but he's not known for his he's not known for his stand-up. He's known for his ground game, specifically his wrestling game. This is where it's going to be interesting. Takedown average 2.73 versus 1.90. Takedown defense 100%. Against who, though? Let's have a quick breakdown as to who he's fucking
Shannon Ross. I'll tell you who. Carlos Hernandez.
They both fought Carlos Hernandez, right? And they both finished him. But my guy finished him in round 1. What if he subs Taira, dude? What if he subs? I'm gonna put a bet for a sub.
Anyways, point being, he does finish fights. Knockout, fucking round 1, sub round 1, sub round 3, round 3 sub. That's pretty fucking insane.
That is.
Fucking second round, fucking knockout performance of the night. It is against Shannon Ross, so we're not saying much on that one. sub fucking Carlos Hernandez. Not a bad look.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, actually. That's a good
I know. On the other hand, Tyra lost to Brandon Royval because he got pieced the fuck up, which is, I get it. Yeah. Beat Perez, barely. Performance of the night knocked him out. Beat Hernandez, knocked him out second round. Beat Charez. Man, a little bit scary. Having said that, I am going to pick Tetsuro Taira by decision.
Safe play. That's what I'm going that as well. However, on the DraftKings Sportsbook, you can get I probably logged out by now because I haven't been on it. But you can take Hyungsung Park at plus 5.5 points. Plus 5.5 points, and that's at, let me hold on.
Plus 120.
Loading up.
Plus 120.
Plus 120. Is that with the points?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that as a betting stance. But because I think Tetsuo Taira, I think he's going to find a backpack, and he's going to just backpack him for like majority of those 5 rounds. He's going to be all over it.
Yep.
And it's going to be lackluster. You're going to want more action, but it's going to be a stupid suck on your back type fight. Yeah, plus 150. Hyungsung Park plus 5.5 points is plus 150. All he's got to do is not get finished and maybe win one of those 5 rounds, and he'll win my money. So there's that. All right. You guys ready to go through and make our 3-legger for the card?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right. So going back to the beginning, we can't put girls on our 3-legger. That's one of the rules we made, which is justfully so. We shouldn't do it anyway. But we're all on Pierre Rodriguez. She's minus 245. Can't use that one. Real Fight Picks has Rafael Estevam, where Dave and I are on the dog. Felipe Bunes. Call me crazy, but something's telling me dog.
We can't bet minus 500 on a fucking goddamn favorite like that.
Yeah, we definitely can't. Minus 625. But yeah, but that's that. Whatever. I'm not gonna bet any much on Felipe Bunes either. We don't have to bet much on him because he's plus 455. We're all on Austin Bashy, but he's minus 750. The biggest favorite on the card. Stay away from that one. Real Fight Picks is on Puliev, where Dave and I are on the American Wrestling of Nick Klein at plus 130. We're all okay. This has to be a play. We're all on Rodolfo Vieira. By the way, I forgot to mention this when we're breaking down the fight. Rodolfo Vieira has found a new facility, a new camp. You know where? The Fighting Nerds. Forgot to mention that, which is key. I just recalled that. I want to double check his Instagram to make sure that's not just a rumor that I heard. But where is it? Rodolfo Vieira.
Where'd you hear that? The water
from
cooler?
Cody Saftik.
Okay.
Cody Saftik from Bookie Beatdown.
That's kind of
I
like
think
the
it was
water.
from him.
It's worth double checking.
It definitely is, because he's been known to give some suspect.
Yeah, you got to do that Snopes on him. Well, I seen Nina Drama did a skit.
Oh, look, right there it is. He's got the glasses on in this picture.
Oh, okay.
Rodolfo Vieira versus Tresean Gore.
My
He's
apologies.
got the nerd glasses on. So it's confirmed he's at the Fighting Nerds. Right there. Boom.
You're the man, Cody.
Oh, right there. Invasion Nerd. Invasio Nerd. Yes, sir.
Right.
So that solidifies that pick. Rodolfo Vieira, he's minus 218. I'm putting a circle around that one. Okay, then we have we're all in Rinya Nakamura, but he's minus 425. Stay away from that. Now, this is cray. This is crazy, but we're all on plus 330 Danny Silva.
Dial it in. All in.
Shit.
I'm in too.
Yeah, I already have him in a parlay. Anyways,
I think that's the I think Kevin Vallejos is the casual trap. All the casuals that don't pay attention to this shit just gonna look at the odds and just parlay them. There's that Kevin Vallejos is minus 425. He's got to destroy this guy. He's got 5 more wins. Yeah, they're gonna. That's a bookie trap right there, Kevin Vallejos. Bookie trap. All right. And Real Fight Picks has Eliza Zaleski. Dave and I, we both are on Neil Magny. I'm kind of reluctant to pick him, but it is what it is. I will go that way.
I'm not crazy.
We're all on Carol Hosa, but girl fights, we can't put him in. We're all on Estevan Ribovics. He's minus 278. He may have to come into play unless we go with Matus Rebecki. We're all on him. He's minus 225. So, and finally, we're Real Fight Picks has Hyung Sung Park. Dave and I are on Tatsuo Taira, but main events we don't put in our parlay as either. So right now we have Rodolfo Vieira, Danny Silva, big plus money underdog. And now we have to, the third leg, we have to choose between either Estevan Ribovics at minus 278 or Matus Rebecki at minus 225. I'll leave it up to you guys. You got to choose one of them to finish off our 3-legger plus money junkie parlay. What do you think? Ribovics or Rebecki? Polish power or Argentinian arsehole?
Oh, you got to go Rebecki, right?
Okay. Good enough. Dave, you agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. So let's throw these 3 together on DraftKings and see what we get. Checking.
Shout out to the sponsor, Olipop. Delicious. It's a sponsor of the show.
Okay, clear all. All right, clear all. I was doing a full card pick as I was doing the show, but now let's do our 3-legger. So, who do we got? Rodolfo, Danny, and Matus Rebecki. Man, plus 330 for Danny Silva. Rodolfo Vieira, where's he? Okay, minus 218. And finally, Matus Rebecki, minus 225. So those 3 altogether, 3-pick parlay is plus 806. Love it. Throw $20 on that. $20 pays out $181.20 for that. Let's place bet so I can copy and paste it onto the chat. All right. And you know what? I was thinking maybe we can do there's a bunch of niche ones we could do. There's not many BLM fighters. Let's see real quick. That would just be Neil Magny and nope, I can't do a BLM. There's only one black guy. We do an all-American one, but unfortunately the Americans kind of are shit on this card. We had Neil Magny, Danny Silva, Trayshawn Gore. Oh, he's
hey, let's do a all Brazilian one with Hosa in it.
Oh, that's a good call. But then how about Ketlin Souza? We gonna put her in there?
No, because aren't they fighting each other? Oh no,
No.
that's no. Well, no, I mean, there's other options, like
Yeah, there is. Okay, we'll do a Brazilian one. We
like
can do
Vergara, Rodolfo.
Brenner, Hossa, Zaleski, Rodolfo Vieira, Rafael Estevam. No, I'm not putting him at minus 600.
My app only lets me do up to 4 legs, but I'll just copy the best 4 I like. Because if I win, you win, no matter how many you do.
Okay, let me paste this. Okay, so our plus money parlay, plus money junkie parlay is 3-pick parlay plus 806, Danny Silva, Rodolfo Vera, Matus Rebecki. Send it. Okay, so here's our parlay for the show. Danny Silva, Vera, Rebecki, plus 806, $20, pays back 180 for the most part. Okay. Then we wanted, what'd you say we want to do? A Brazilian one?
It looks like the best idea,
All right. Let's so this one we put the girls in too. So you think you want to run Ketlin Souza? She's plus 200. We take a plus points. It's minus 165. Ketlin plus 3.5 points. How's that? Yeah.
Ketlin plus 3.5 points.
Yeah.
My problem with that, when you even said it the first time, was that Rodriguez can wrestle fucker for 3 rounds. That's my only issue.
We'll just leave her off it. We'll leave her off it. I don't like Ketlin Souza on that anyway. So we can go with now Felipe Bunes and Rafael Estevam are both Brazilians, so they kind of wash each other out. You know what I mean?
And Esteban's minus 550. That's disgusting.
Yeah, so we're leaving that off too. The next Brazilian would be Rodolfo Vieira. I like
gotta have him.
Minus 218 for Rodolfo.
Yeah, you gotta have him.
And then
because we all agreed on him.
We did. Then we got Eliza Zaleski, who I'll throw him in on this.
Me too. I don't think anybody took Magny, right?
We did. Dave and I both took Magny.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
But we'll put Zaleski on this Brazilian bet.
Easily.
All right.
As well as Elvis Brenner. I'll put him on the Brazilian bet. And Carol Hossa. I'll put her on too. So it's four Brazilians. It's going to be Vieira, Dos Santos, Eliza Zaleski Dos Santos, Elvis Brenner, Carol Hossa, all them together. Holy smokes. 4-pick parlay pays out plus 1,045. So a $10 bet will pay out 114 place bet. And that's a good one. All Brazilian.
Just that money, goodbye.
Oh, stop it. Such a hater, Dave. Such a hater.
I think it's really good. You know what? I'm gonna make that. I just don't want to put Brenner on mine. Like, it's not that much. It's plus 260 without Brenner, and it's a plus 1,000 with. It was
Brenner. A $10 bet. You know, I spent more for a number 3 at McDonald's for lunch today, so I think I can afford a $10 scratch off.
You know, it's just it's war. You know, it's not. Let me just
All right, homies. I'm calling it a night. Have a good night. Best of luck to all your bets.
Yeah, best of luck to you too, buddy.
Night,
I appreciate
Dave.
you coming in. Thank you, Dave. I'm about to wrap it up too. That's our last. This is my niche one, real quick. If you guys want to tail, but yeah, good luck to everybody tomorrow. These start at normal time. It's in Vegas at the Apex, so it is what it is for that. It's after midnight, so you know how that goes for me. I'm like Cinderella after midnight, pumpkin, and all that good shit, glass slipper. All right, so Real Fight Picks. I'm glad you made it on. I thought I was gonna have to do
Appreciate
this
it.
show by myself for a minute. Then you
Yeah. I
rescued
did
me,
too.
so I appreciate that.
No problem. Just for the record, I tailed you on that. So I got
On the
I got
Brazilian thing?
Yeah.
How you gonna do that? You said you can only do 3.
I can do 4. I can't do more than 4. Yeah, I can do 4. I can't do 5.
On Bet Openly?
Right. Yeah. Only 2 to 4.
All right. Do that one. And this one's the more important one.
Got that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, Kiwi. Cheers. Good luck to everybody. Chat. I really appreciate you guys. You guys know you're the only reason I keep doing this every Friday. So Park will surprise. He only fights enough to beat his competition. Useless. Thank you. Always. I love your show too, Useless, by the way. I never give you shout outs, but
he's the GOAT, bro. Who does that at that young age, bro? Just holds it down like that. So shout out to you, bro.
Who does that that young of age? There's a bunch of them actually. Yeah. Who's that MMA fortune? What was it called? Remember he came onto my show, he's bashing me a little bit. What was his name? That Jedi, MMA Jedi or something.
Okay.
Well, whatever.
No, I never heard of it.
I was like, you're too young to watch. This is adults only programming in here. Remember? Kicked him out. Anyway, yeah. Good luck. The dogs I have are the dogs worth betting are Hyung-Sung Park, Chris Duncan, Neil Magny. Who else did you have? Oh, definitely Danny Silva. He's my dog for the card. The whole card. Danny Silva's my dog on the card. Nick Klein. There's a couple dog spots tomorrow. Interesting enough. So, yeah, I'm going to put together my Tapology picks after this show. Good luck tomorrow. And big W, 100. And I appreciate all you guys. And we'll see you next week. Peace out. Later.